Alright guys, welcome to the channel. Just doing a quick video before I retire to my bed. I might do some work for a couple of hours and retire to my bed, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, just thought I'd do this last quick video before bed. Decided to brush my hair back again because I didn't like it going forward. But yeah, nothing that don't matter anyway, it's not important, but yeah. I just want to point out, people might think I lead a solitary life, which I do to a degree, I do. But I have got like a few friends. Do you know what I mean? It's not completely solitary. Do you know what I mean? It's not completely solitary. But yeah, I just find like with my interests and stuff, it's like I don't relate to a lot of people. Because I'm not into going out clubbing or even bars and stuff like that. I'm not. It just doesn't suit me. Do you know what I mean? I might go to the odd pub or I might go to the odd social club or something, but that's usually in the week. I don't usually go on the weekend. Sometimes I go on the weekend, but yeah, I usually leave early when it's on the weekend because I just find like once the beers start flowing and other things, do you know what I mean? There's just more potential of trouble, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I feel like God's put it on my heart to not do those things, so that's why I don't, kind of thing. I do miss it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, to a degree. I do and I don't really, because you just end up doing silly things when you're drunk, and yeah, you just end up doing silly things, getting yourself into mischief, or like just doing stuff I don't really agree with anymore. Well, so I don't agree with it. Yeah, I think yeah, just getting caught in sin. Do you know what I mean? It's like a cattle market out there. You know what I mean? In most clubs and stuff, just doesn't suit me anymore. It's not. It's not what I believe in. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with sex. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. God created it. It's but I believe it's supposed to be sacred. Do you know what I mean? Between a man and a wife, or between two people in love, like sort of thing. I don't think it's yeah, meant to be thrown around like it is these days. Do you know what I mean? Like just willy nilly, like just sleeping with people for fun. Like I don't think that's how God meant it to be. Do you know what I mean? I have done that in the past myself. I'm not like an angel or anything. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I haven't been too promiscuous or anything. Obviously, well, not obviously, but I haven't been like But when I was a bit younger, I did, I guess, yeah, experiment, or what do you call it? Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Had a few sort of rendezvous when I was younger. Not loads or anything. Do you know what I mean? I could probably count it on two, maybe three hands. Do you know what I mean? So not that many. But yeah, I did a little bit. So I'm not an angel or anything, but yeah, I still think it's meant to be sacred. I wish I could go back and change that now, really, if I could. Do you know what I mean? And just wait for the right person, or do you know what I mean? I wish I could. I wish I could do that, but I can't. So yeah. But yeah, guys, I don't live a completely solitary life. Do you know what I mean? I've got a few friends. I don't see them that often because a lot of them are at work and stuff. Um, but but yeah, or they got families, or do you know what I mean? Some of them anyway, and some of my other friends I see sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. Do you know what I mean? mean? So it's not completely solitary, despite what some people might think. I do get out sometimes, like socially and stuff. It's just it's not my. I could go out a lot more if I wanted to, but it's not my interest. You know what I mean? It doesn't really it doesn't suit me. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like bars and clubs don't. So the odd pub would be okay. Like there's like yeah, the odd pub would be okay early evening, the weekend on the weekend or in the week. Same as social clubs, but that's about all I really do now. I'm not getting any younger, and I know I probably don't look my age. I probably look younger, but yeah, I'm not. I don't want to go out on the pool. Do you know what I mean? I just want to meet a nice lady or girl or whatever you want to call it, and settle down. I'm not interested in pulling and sowing my royal oat and wild, not royal oats, sowing my wild oats. Do you know what I mean? I'm not interested in that anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's not really what I'm after anymore. So that's why I live a solitary life because some people I know who I could probably, I don't know, go out with, they're into nights out and stuff like that, and I'm not into that. So that's why I don't. Do you know what I mean? That's why I don't like. Well, it's not that's why I don't, but I don't want to go to clubs and I don't want to go to bars anymore. It's doesn't appeal to me. Do you know what I mean? I done that when I was younger. So yeah, and I don't want to get paid out my head. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not it's not what God believes in. It's not what God says you should do, it disagrees with me, and I don't think it's a good thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Same as other things aren't good things to do. Do you know what I mean? That people do. Um, so yeah, I know no one's perfect. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not saying how people should live. I'm just saying how I want to live. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you should do this or you shouldn't do this or it's not what I'm saying. You can live however you want to live. Do you know what I mean? Jesus died to forgive our sins and all sins. So it's up to you how you want to live. But me personally, I want to honour God as much as possible because He's really blessed me and He's really helped me in life and guided me and stuff. So that's why I like to try and make Him happy, kind of thing, by what I do and how I conduct myself and stuff. Um, So yeah, I'm not saying anyone should do anything. Everyone's free to live how they want to live. Do you know what I mean? But this is just how I choose to live. So yeah, that's all I want to say really. So just to clear that up for some people who think I probably, do you know what I mean? I'm probably closed off from the outside world and stuff. I'm not really. I am to a degree because my interests aren't the same as most people's, but I wouldn't say I'm closed off from the outside world. Probably am in terms of watching the news and TV and stuff like that, but I'm not closed off from the outside world. I watch YouTube, I watch music, I watch. Do you know what I mean? I probably could watch the news a bit more just to see what's going on, but half of that's depressing. Do you know what I mean? And the politics is all the same. So what's the point, really? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and I believe in God anyway, so I believe God will watch over me and God will guide me and God will ultimately protect me as long as I'm obedient to His will. So, regardless of what's going on around me, do you know what I mean? So, I trust in Him. Do you know what I mean? Most people probably don't, but I do because I've seen His faithfulness in my life. So yeah, that's all I can say really, guys. That's not saying you should agree with me or think how I do. It's up to you to live your life how you want to live it and think however you want to think. And believe whatever you want to believe, but this is just what I think and what I believe. So yeah, so that's it. That's all I want to say. But yeah, guys, I do see friends sometimes. I'm not completely closed off from the world. Do you know what I mean? Not completely. um, but I've learnt to choose my friends wisely because there's a lot of bad people out there, and there's a lot of people who will take advantage of you, especially if you're a kind person or you're generous. Do you know what I mean? It's people will take advantage of that. So when you've had bad experiences, you're a bit more cautious. Do you know what I mean? That's all I can say. But yeah, maybe I am a bit too a bit closed off in a way. Maybe I am to a degree, but like I say, it comes down to interests and like what you want to do with your life and what you want to do, like how you want to live. Do you know what I mean? I don't, like I say, I don't want to be going to clubs. I don't want to be going to bars, and a lot of people do. So if there's no point in hanging around with people that are going to bars and clubs all the time because you ain't gonna want to do it, and it's not gonna be that great, is it, for either of you? So do you know what I'm saying though? So that's basically it, really. Not saying I wouldn't go to a party, but I probably would. Do you know what I mean? But even that, yeah, I don't know. I would go to the odd party. I think, especially family parties, I'd always go to family parties. Or if I had a girlfriend, their family parties or whatever, or um, friends parties, I'd go to parties. I'd show, well, I'd stay for as long as I wanted to anyway. But yeah, it all depends on the environment and what it's like, if people are on the pull or not, and stuff like that. But I probably wouldn't drink if I did, or I'd have like one or two maybe, and that'd be it. Because the drink just doesn't agree with me. I found it just doesn't agree with me. I don't feel good when I'm if I drink too much. So yeah, but yeah, guys, just wanted to say that not completely closed off from the outside world, despite what some of you may think. I've got a few friends, and I do see them every now and again. Um, say I've got other friends as well, but they're into going out and stuff, so that's why I don't really bother them that much, because I wouldn't want to go out like to clubs and bars and stuff. So it's probably why I don't bother those guys. Do you know what I mean? But like I say, I don't mind going to a pub or a social club, as long as it's not a heavy drinking session. As long as I can drink soft drinks or drink, do you know what I mean? The odd one or two beers and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like I say, the drink just doesn't agree with me. Just doesn't. I don't feel well when I drink, so that's why I don't like drinking basically. And also there's the potential of trouble and stuff like that, when the drinks are flowing and other things. Do you know what I mean? So it's another reason why I don't like going to bars and clubs. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out, guys, just in case some of you think I'm a boring git. I probably am to a degree, but that's what I choose to do, and this is how I want to live. So this is how I choose to live. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying you have to do it. I'm not saying anyone has to do it, but it's how I choose to live, and it's serving me okay. To be honest with you, I'm not. Don't feel like I'm. Don't really feel like I'm missing out on too much. Besides a bit of pleasure, do you know what I mean? That's all. But it's, do you know what I mean? What's the pleasure you get from following the Lord is enough. Do you know what I mean? For me, I don't need the pleasures of the flesh, and I'll have that when I get married or when I find a girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? So I don't need to be having pleasures of the flesh with every Tom, Dick, and every Rita, Angie, and Sue. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. Do you know what I mean? Don't need to be having pleasures of the flesh with every Rita, Angie, and Sue. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. It's yeah. Other names are available. Actually, I haven't ever been with an Angie, Rita, or a Sue, so I don't know where I got their names from, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say basically. But yeah, I'm not completely boring. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty boring, admittedly, compared to most people. Like how most people live. I don't live like that, um, but yeah, I can still have a joke. I can still dance in at home. I can. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm an okay dancer. I'm not brilliant, but I've got a few moves, and sometimes if I'm at the social club and music's on, I might have a little dance. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them, like not completely square. Do you know what I mean? Not completely square or anything. Yeah, I've learnt to loosen up and be a bit more kind of like. I remember when I used to go out with my friends and like they used to get up and dance all the time, and I thought about this as before I stopped really doing all this, but I like I'd want to get up and dance, but I'd feel wooden. I'd feel really self conscious. But the more I went out with them, the more I got sick of sitting on the sidelines or feeling wooden and self conscious. So then I just stopped caring, and for a long time now, I've like whenever music comes on, I'll dance and I'm not self conscious at all. I see some people who are self conscious, and they might get nervous or like they might just watch from afar or whatever. Like I don't care. I'll dance. Do you know what I mean? But yeah. So I'm not completely square, guys. Do you know what I mean? Um, it's just I don't like places that are like knocking shops. Basically, like clubs and pubs and bars that are like knocking shops. Do you know what I mean? I don't like that because I'm not looking for that. Looking for something more serious. So I know serious can develop from that, but I think it's unlikely. Do you know what I mean? It's less likely, I think, than if you just converse with someone or like you meet someone somewhere or even in a pub if the drinks aren't flowing and you get talking and you get on and stuff. You're more likely to get to, or in a social club, you're more likely to. Do you know what I mean? Strike up a relationship or a bond or whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Going places, different places and stuff, and just talking to people, making small talk, or just talking to people in different interests that you got, like places you go and stuff. I think it's more likely to last through stuff like that than it is through bars or clubs. Do you know what I mean? This is just what I think. Like if you're at college or uni or in work and you meet someone there, do you know what I mean? I think that's more likely to last than if you would in a bar or a club. This is just what I think. 9 times out of 10 anyway, I think. Or like a dating app. I know dating apps are like people have got so many options and it's hard to pull someone. But if you or like not pull, but meet someone. But if you do meet the right person and you meet up in person and you get along, then it could work. Do you know what I mean? I think it's more likely to work than a club or a bar, probably. Do you know what I mean? Possibly anyway, depending on who you meet. There's a lot of time wasters on apps, dating apps and stuff. You know what I mean? And people who mess you about and stuff. But yeah, if you meet the right one, then it can work. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not looking at the moment. Like I've said, I'm just focusing on my personal growth, and yeah, I mean, it won't be hard for me to find someone. Do you know what I mean? If I wanted to, do you know what I mean? I'm not a bad looking guy. I'm a nice guy. Um, may not be rich or anything or have loads of assets, but of what do you call it? Got a bit of an education behind me, so that's something. Do you know what I mean? When I do get back into work, I will be able to earn okay money, probably not brilliant money, but okay money. So I can potentially provide for myself. So it's so that's a plus for women. Do you know what I mean? So yeah. And I'm a nice guy, and I'm not a bad looking guy. So yeah. I could easily find someone if I wanted. I've had people show interest in the past. Do you know what I mean? But I haven't been looking at the time, or wasn't sure what I wanted. Do you know what I mean at the time and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, it'd be easy for me to find someone if I wanted. I could go on a dating app probably and find someone very quickly. Do you know what I mean? But I just don't want to do that. I don't want to find anyone at the moment. I'm happy with my personal development and stuff and trying to better myself. The right person will come at the right time when it's meant to happen. So yeah, I could reach out to girls I've known in the past, girls from school. There's loads of girls from school I could reach out to. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that develop into anything, but you never know. Do you know what I mean? I could quite easily do that if I wanted to, but I don't want to right now. Do you know what I mean? And I don't feel like I'm in the position to really. I'm not. No, I am in the position to do that. I guess you're always in the position to do that, but yeah, I just don't want to right now. For various reasons. Um, for different reasons. So yeah. But yeah, there's girls from the past. There's girls I've been out with in the past that I can reach out to if I wanted to. And so I'm sure some of them would probably talk to me, or at least, do you know what I mean? If it was on Facebook, they'd probably add me or whatever. But yeah, I don't want to do that right now. So I just want to focus on my self development and seeing what happens. Do you know what I mean? And that's it. But yeah, it won't be hard to find someone if I was looking. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not at the moment. So yeah. But there are people around me and stuff, and um, who I could talk to if I wanted to. Do you know what I mean? And like I say, girls from the past and stuff, and girls from school, and well, women from school, should I say, not girls, but you know what I mean, like women from school, and women around, like women I've met in the past. So yeah, there are like and there's women around me in places I go and stuff like that as well. Like various places I go to. But I'm just focusing on my self development for now and seeing what happens from day to day. And I'll go I'll go on my feelings and my intuition and my gut feelings. Do you know what I mean? That's what I go on. If I feel like at some point I wanna find someone, then that's what I'll do. Do you know what I mean? But right now, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, so that that will change eventually. There's no doubt about that because I'm not getting any younger. But right now, I'm staying as I am. That's all I can say, really. So yeah, guys. She's just a random video just to talk about a few different things that I've been thinking about lately, or that God's put on my heart or someone's put on my heart. So yeah, that's all I want to say. It's a bit of a long video. I've waffled on a bit. But yeah, that's all I want to say. So take care, guys. God bless. Much love, and I'll be back soon. Take care, guys. Love you all.